Good morning and welcome back to another live show. And good morning. This is Joe from Plastic Addictions Anonymous. Welcome back to another live morning show from Plastic Addictions Anonymous. Today is May the 18th, 2021. It is Tuesday and it is an overcast, cloudy day. Temperature today right now is 78 degrees at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, my time. We are working on the 2006 Chevy Camaro concept car. We've been doing several videos on the build in the past few morning shows. Feel free to come check us out. Like, subscribe, follow, so that you get messages and notifications of when I'm on. Let's get started. We'll wait to see who comes in. All right, so in the past videos we were working on, let me go ahead and pop everything apart, show you the bottom and show you the engine. Okay, so I didn't put the engine in, I just set it into place. It's not glued into place. I have the engine all built. I have the undercarriage all built. We're going to pop it apart because I want to put the windshield and stuff in. I think we get the engine and the radiator is next. Also, we realized that this is actually a turning front end. This front end is actually positionable and turning. That's pretty cool on this rig. Rig meaning car kit. All right. So now we've also done, just so you know, we've done the entire body. The body's ready to roll. We've done the interior. The interior is all done and ready to go. I have done nothing extra, so I'm kind of like trying to do this to where it's just standard stuff, so you guys don't have to do any major modifications or nothing. We've put the rear end in, we've put the steering front end in, and we've done the exhaust. So we've got 4 of the major parts of the build to go. Ready to go. Now I have a bag full of all my parts. We also did the tires. The tires were fairly simple. They're going to look pretty cool on this rig. We did notice one of the tires was a little bigger than the other, so we're going to have to put a little spot of super glue in there maybe just to get it to look right. So there's the tires. We got the 4 tires. We'll leave them right here so you guys can see them. You guys can see them on the left. I did lift my camera a bit, so now you guys are going to be able to see my hands. Sorry, I didn't realize. Somebody told me they couldn't see what I was doing, so I wanted to raise a little bit. So we're just going to put the plastic bag down here. Again, we're working on a 2006 Chevy Camaro AMT concept car. We're doing non-box, so we're doing the opposite. It's got a black interior with a red body. We're doing a black body with a red interior. So that's all we really changed. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but right down in here inside the rim, there's a little yellow calipers is what they put on, nothing on the front. So I'm going to probably do yellow calipers around also. That's one of the things we have to do, is the calipers and the rest of the, rear end pins. All right, so actually, you know what? We can do these. So there are thick ones and thin ones. I would recommend the thin ones go on first, the thick ones go on, or vice versa. The thick ones go on first, then the thin ones, and those are the ones that you will be actually attaching inside your wheel well. All right, so where are we? We are on number 7 of the instructions. It's where we put the radiator and housing in, the engine into place, and the interior into place onto the chassis. Okay, so we're going to flip the chassis over, and let's see what we're going to do. First thing we're going to do is I want to pull the radiator parts, which I've already done. There's one of them, and I think it's this one here, which is going to be number 72. It shows here on the instructions, number 72, right there by my hand. I think that's what it shows, right? Yep, 72 right there. So, and the number 73, which is the radiator housing. All right, so let's put those together. So I'm going to pull this off of here. Again, it's not thick one, so I can go ahead and cut the small little screw off rather than try to score it first. That's not necessary because it is a small enough. I'm going to turn this to the side, guys, and I'm going to bring this down here. Now you guys can see everything I'm working on. All right, let me put my display over here. All right, the next thing we'll be doing, just so you know, upcoming is the next build. I'm going to try to get the Corvette, the 2010 Corvette also done, because I'm really close to having all the hydraulic lines done on the Revel auto transporter. So once we have that complete, I will be putting that up on this finished shelf, and I will take pictures of it. It's right now, it's going to go onto my IH4300 Eagle. That also has front end steering, and I made that work. The hood tilts and the sleeper doors open on that one, as well as the steering wheel. Okay, now I'm just trimming this up a little bit. Now I'm going to do a little bit of a dry fit here. It shows, look, there's little pins and everything. It's really fairly simple. This is a level 2, so it's a very simple kit to do. I probably should have done this in black, but I don't want to have to not be able to do it, so I'm going to go ahead and just put it in as it is. So It only goes in one way. The pins will only let you put it in one way. Okay, so I'm going to get my glue, get my little tips that I use. I don't know if you guys have seen my other videos, but if you have not, I make tip closures out of paper clips so that I can actually use them. You just got to spin them off because the paint dries around them, and you spin them off slowly and easily, just till it comes off, and then you still should have a hole. Well, looks like that one didn't work out like I was planning. So let's take the pin and go to the other side. So this is another reason I do this, is because I can get the pin back in and push anything that's in my way out of my way. All right, so back and forth, and we have a little bit of a hole now. All right, put the tip on my glue tube. Also, in upcoming videos, just so everyone knows, we are going to be doing the Kenworth Challenge Transit Mixer. The cement mixer my wife bought me. This will be an open box unboxing sometime next week or sometime by the end of this week. I'm not quite so sure. So guys, follow to make sure you get that video notification of this. So this is going to be an awesome kit. It's the AMT Kenworth Challenge. It's the transit mixer, cement mixer. It's a beautiful build. It's got lots of different parts on it that move, lots of different additive stuffs. And I have already built the auto car dump truck. I will be doing a video of all my kits eventually, and I am going to get the lowboy trailer and the dozer to go along with the dump truck, and I'm going to paint it to match the dump truck. Again, like, subscribe, and follow, guys. Hit that bell so that you get notifications of when I do these open unboxings. So, all right, so we're going to just take this, excuse me, I'm going to take my little scraper that I use, and I'm going to kind of like scrape a little bit of the paint out of the hole, just so there's something for it to grab to and it doesn't pop off later on down the road. Okay, so there's a little bit there. I'm trying to just find the orange a little bit. Also on this, I can use my X-Acto knife and just go like right near. It's easiest if you just take the X-Acto knife and just come up on the pin and just pull that paint off. That's someone on my Facebook group. Yell out to my Facebook group, Plastic Addictions Anonymous. They do autos and trucks in any scale there. Also a shout out to my guys at Plastic Addictions for the moderators and the admins. Paul Lovelace is an admin. Joe Fritz, Samuel Stokes, Chris Bryan are all moderators. If you guys have any problem with our groups or need advice on how to get to the show or directions, they can help you out. Also myself, Joe Hudson. I am the creator, and there's also an admin there. We all build some great kits. These guys are awesome. What they build is amazing. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but when I glued everything in there, you show the little silver tabs from the silver at the bottom. You can either paint those in where they're darkened out. Doesn't really matter because nobody's going to be looking at that side of the car because that's going to be underneath here. It's really underneath here. But if you like I am, which I'm not going to do here, I'm going to give you guys a break on that so you guys don't have to wait again. I would normally put a little paint on each one of those so it all looks the same color, but I'm not going to do that. All right, so now I got everything trimmed out and ready for me to go. So I'm going to drop a little dab of glue here, and a little dab of glue on this one, and I'm going to make sure that the size goes on the fits. Okay, so there's the pin on this one. One's closer to the edge than the other. Can you guys see that? All right, let's see if you guys can see that. All right, so one of the circles, one of the cups are closer to the edge than the other. This one seems to be closer to the edge than this one, so that's where this is also comes in handy to one of the edges, so it doesn't take much to put it into the right place. So once we get that into place, let it set it to the side, and it shows that we're putting the engine, the radiator, the interior, and the chassis all together in this one. Our next instructions show us to, or our last instructions, just so you know, showed us to do some of the front end work. Okay, be very careful with these front end pieces. Let me show you here real quick what I'm talking about. If you want this to steer, if you don't want this to steer, you can just glue them into place. But on this instructions, they actually show you how to make it. They actually give you a way to make it steer. Oh, here, I'm sorry, here. Okay, so these two things are very important. Do not get any glue on these little pins. Let me see if I can do this without this light. Okay, I can do this without this. Oh, you know what? I bet it's that one. Yeah, it's that one. Okay, cool. Oh, no, it's not. All right, so here, look. It's a little dark, but that's okay. All right, so here, now that you guys can see me, I can't see crap though, so I'm going to use my little light. So is that going to hurt you guys? Nope. Okay, so now here, these little round round pieces, be very careful with those. Don't mix them up. One's smaller than the other. So the smaller one goes to the outside, the larger one goes to the inside. These are also your bottom A's. Your bottom A's do not get any glue on the little circle so you won't make it steer. If you want it to not steer, where these little pins are, right here is where you would drop your glue when you put it in together. So me, I'm not going to do this without light. Sorry, guys. All right, there we go. We'll do good just like that. All right, so we are on this one here. This is the instructions we're on here. Radiator, like I said, the engine, the interior, and the chassis. All right, so we just built the radiator. The engine's sitting upside down here. All right, so let's check to see if we can get the engine into place first. Then I will hook the radiator up to it. Okay, so you've got the drive shaft end piece right there, and the hole in the bottom. So I would stick a little job of glue. Let me get a little piece of paper here so I can have something to wipe the tip off with, so it doesn't get too much glue on it. Okay, so now I would recommend to just put, because the engine is going to go into those holes. Oh, I didn't glue that. All right, so I would just clean out these holes because the engine header ends are going right into that, the connections to the pipes. All right, so I'm going to put a little dab of glue there, and a little dab of glue there. While that's setting up, I'm going to go ahead and put my exhaust back in that I didn't glue yesterday like I was supposed to. I just put it into place so you guys can see it was going. I'm sorry, on Monday. Or was that Sunday? That was Sunday. I'm sorry, guys. See, I'm getting my days mixed up. All right, my days are coming together. So we're going to put a little dab of glue here, a little dab of glue there. And I know for sure when I set it down that it's going to need to be touched to there and to there, because that's where the exhaust, that's where the manifold, I'm sorry, that's where the headers connect in. So, and I also know that if I put a little bit of glue here and a little bit of glue here, watch, I'll show you. There's little lips. There's a little lip on there. So that tells me that it sits down. So I'm just going to smear that glue around a little bit, make sure there's not too much on it. Oops. And do the same thing to this side. Use my tip to just kind of like flatten the glue out so there's not too much on it. Wipe the sides off, wipe my tip off. And we're going to put because it's going to be sitting down, I'm going to go ahead and put it together. It's going to be sitting on the bottom of the chassis anyway, so it's not going to hurt anything. So you squeeze a little bit to get the pipes in underneath the A-frames, steering stuff. Check to make sure you got it in the holes. There we go. Okay, I would just press just a little bit. Now again, see what I mean? That little lip literally sat right down into that space there. So that's in there now. So now I got my headers in, or I got my exhaust in. Looks like that needs to be bent just a little bit, so I'm going to let that sit just like that for a second. I'm bending them down just a little bit with my finger. There we go. That's much better. There we go. Now that should snap right into place there. Put this one up in here. Yep, that one's going to go right into place there now. You might have to maneuver and manipulate these a little bit to get them to stay in and get them to be in the right exact space, but it's really not that hard of a job to do. My problem is my hands are shaky today again, so I am having a bit of hand problem. So y'all guys excuse me. My disability and my injury is really getting to me these past few days. So yesterday I didn't feel so good, so I didn't do a video. Sorry, guys. You guys don't want to see me when I don't feel good. Trust me. Why am I having such a problem with this one pin? Why is it not going in? See, that's the problem with me when my medication kicks in or my... Oh, you guys just wait. When my medication kicks in on a good day, you guys just wait. You'll see all kinds of wild crap coming out of me. I'll be doing all kinds of weird stuff to this thing. Why it's not going in, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not in the right spot. Oh, there we go. There it went in. All right, are we going to get that one in? Why are they not coming in this thing? Make any sense? Oh, wait, I'm not in the right spot. So there's that one. Okay, so that one's there now, and that one's there. Okay, so now we're in. All right, and as I said, just bend them over a little bit and have them just like that. Okay, so now we're there. You may want to put something on here to hold this into place as well. All right, so we're all good here. We got that in. We're going to flip it over now, and we're going to go ahead and put the engine into place. Again, little dab of glue here. Again, just to soften it up again. A little dab of glue here. I'm just touching it with my tip. I'm not really putting any glue on it. I'm going to put a little tiny bit of glue here, just a little bit on the edge of the end of the transmission, just so it goes right in, just like that. All right, and then we're going to line up the pipes to where the pipes go into the holes, just like that. I can't show you because it's way down. I don't know if I can show you, but it's way down here. You can line up the pipes to where they look like they're going right in the holes. There we go. Okay, so now that takes care of that part of it. Recommendation here, the chassis that I or I'm sorry, the tab that I'm going to do the inside only on these. I'm not going to try to do these because I want it to sit down on the exhaust pipes while I'm doing this. So excuse my stuttering and rambling, guys, but I had to take my meds this morning before I got on, and I wasn't doing too good yesterday. But I'm okay today. I'm still out here. I'm doing what I got to do. So I would put a dab of glue in here. As you see, I'm still using the tip. I'm trying my best not to make any messes or any glue everywhere. So we do that. And I would recommend, just for my general purpose, I put a couple of lines here, because that's where it's also going to sit. And we should be ready to go. So I would take it and I would hold it upside down. I would bring it as close as I can, and I would try to line those holes up exactly where they're supposed to go. So once they're lined up where they're supposed to go, you shouldn't be able to move once they're ready, you shouldn't be able to slide it back and forth, and then you know you're into place, okay? You can look down here on the sides to make sure it's all nice and level. It's even on both sides. Pull down on that now. Now you have a fully built chassis, interior, front and rear end engine. Now for the radiator, let's get that in. Now there's 2 holes here for the radiator, and there's 2 pins here. Again, to prevent myself from doing anything to the undercarriage, I'm going to find out which one these go in, which is the 2 little ones in the front, in the middle. So I'm going to take my knife again, and I'm just going to kind of put a little bit of yellow, blue, see what I mean, guys? Sorry. A little bit of orange in there. You got to excuse me. And I see the orange now. You guys can see the orange. I put it up. Yep, you can see it there. I made it a little orange. I took off the black. And here, all I'm going to do is like one each side, because I don't want to break these pins off. So I'm just going to kind of like 1, 2, 1, 2 with my X-Acto knife, just pulling a little bit of pin off each side of the pin. 1, 2. And I'm going to do 2 there. All right. And then again, I'm just going to do my normal little dab of glue. Maybe go around the pin a little bit just so it's down right. Dab of glue. And because I know it's probably going to sit down on the rail, I'm just going to kind of like go X here. I'm just going to kind of like put a couple of little lines there. Now, it's pretty simple. Just follow the pins and put the pins in. Again, this is a level 2 kit, guys. It's awesome looking. When it's all done, it's going to be beautiful. Nobody's going to know it's a level 2 kit. Nobody will know it by looking at it unless they know models. All right, so there's that, guys, for so far. That only took us 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So we're going to carry on. All right, so our next one, we were on number 7. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. We were on number 7. Okay, now we're going to go to number 8. So let's see. Number 8 shows putting the glass in the engine compartment cover in. So we're putting this in and this in, it looks like. Also, as well as, looks like these go inside in here. They go in here. So because they go in there and I don't see any place that shows a knot for them to fit, I am going to take my X-Acto knife again, and I'm going to go right in here where these lights go. And I'm going to scrape all that off. I'm going to scrape the center of it. I want it to fit. I want it to set good. I don't want it to fall out, because once I put this all together, I'd have to take it apart to get to this. And I don't want to have to do that. So you guys want to clean this up. Like I said, it does not have to be perfect. There are 2 little pins right here. There's 2 little pins. Let me see if I can get you a good shot of it. Hang on. I'm just trying to get you a good shot of it. All right. So there's no good shot of it. Anyways, right in here at the end, towards the inside of each one of these light compartments, both of them, there's a small little piece of sprue. It's a mounting sprue. So that's where you're supposed to mount your pieces to. I am cleaning around it as well, just to make sure it gets a better grip. These are things that you don't want to come apart and come falling, especially if you see something like this that goes on before you put the cab and your interior and everything in. You want to make sure that these are going to stay. So I'm also going to do the 2 little lips. I found another one. So there are 2. There's 1 at each end. And I'm just going to do the 2 little lips on the inside and then on the flat spot, just to give them some more. Get my brush back out, guys. There we go. Get my brush back out and brush it all off now. All right. I like the matte look. I am not going to shine it up with any clear or anything of that nature. I don't do clear on my models. And so you know, I do not do decal solutions either. I have 30-year-old models that are still perfectly fine. I have 30-year-old models that decals have not come off of. I have 30-year-old models parts have not come off of. Well, I missed the hood and bumpers, but you know how bumpers are. They got them little tiny places that you hook them up to. So again, I'm just going to kind of scrape some of the paint away on both sides, because I know I'm doing this. I know I'm doing this. All right, now I haven't even opened the bag of the windows or nothing yet. So I'm not sure. We live in Florida, so I'm not quite so sure that I'm going to put the side windows in like they're showing. I don't know if I like that. I might put the passenger side in one in, but I normally don't put windows on the sides. Like I said, I live in Florida, and we like to have the sun. We like to have the wind blowing on us and feel the sunshine on us. So, and it gets really hot down here if you leave your windows open, closed down here, and you walk away from the car for a couple hours. You'll come out, you can cook yourself and cook an egg and cook an animal and cook a baby. Never leave anything in your car, by the way, guys. All right, this has got another one of those long sprue pieces that are connecting to it. So I'm just going to move this up forward, and I'm going to take a paper towel piece, guys, and I'm going to put it down underneath the glass, and then I'm going to stick the glass on top of it. Now I'm just going to take my X-Acto, make sure it's clean. I'm going to follow, excuse the light, I'll show you in a second. I'm going to follow the straight line. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. I'm going to follow the straight line on the back side of the glass where it connects to the sprue, and I'm going to score it 3 or 4 times. Now, the reason for me doing that is when it's a longer piece like that, you take a chance on taking a big chunk out of your glass. So now that I've scored it a little bit. I'm just going to go backwards towards the score and then go forwards. I go to the score first and then forward further. Score first, forward further. Just like that. That's the way I would do it. And then you don't lose any chips on your glass. Not that it's going to matter where it's located, but sometimes they locate them down here on the bottom of the glass or up here on, it's just crazy. Some pieces don't come with a center in it like this. You just move it back and forth. Some people don't, see, look how clean that is. I wouldn't have to sand that, but I'm going to, just for general purpose, that I like to make sure that I know that I clean up all the screw parts. It's not going to be a big deal. That's about it. Make sure it's kind of smooth. All right, we're good. All right, now I see that this goes in to these 2 little pins that are in here. There's 2 little pins in here, 1, 2. So I am going to make sure to, because this has got no paint on it, so that should stick well. I'm going to make sure to give a good straight line. Well, it doesn't have to be straight either, but I'm going to try. Straight line from here to the next pin. Here to the next pin. So I can put glue in that area and on the pins. That's what I recommend. It's going to be kind of hard if you got a sunroof or T-top, but you get the idea. You always want to make sure you have a little bit. I'm going to do the same thing with the pins here. I'm going to do 1, 2, just to get a little more orange out of it. 1, 2. Yep, that took the paint off. Just to chip the paint off it enough to get the glue to hold on. 1, 2. All right, so again, I'm not sure if I'm putting all these windows that I have the sides and everything. I mean, they've got, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. They've got windows here now. What I sometimes do if I don't do the whole window, which it looks like this time I might do the windows because they look like they're pretty nice set in. See how that came off the sprue? Look at all that. You got to trim off. Look at that. Look at that stuff. That's what you got to sand off and make sure not to hurt the glass. So these little things should go back and forth and pop right off as long as you're back. This is because it fell off the sprue on its own in the bag. So we take them off. Again, finding my little sander disc. It's just a nail file. And I'm just going to hit it roughly. That's good enough. Now this one I'm going to be a little more careful on, so I'm going to use a softer side because I don't know where they sit yet. So I'm going to use a softer side. As you can see, it's just going right on down. And I wait till I can't see it. I kind of get it at an angle to where I can see it just enough to where when it hits the ledge, I'm done. That's it. Okay, so that's it. So now we got this ready to go. So again, we've got 2 little pins on each corner. 1, 2 on each side. 1, 2. Here, my finger's too big being. I'm sorry. All right, so we got pins here. 1, 2, and here. 1, 2. Also the pins for the center. I would recommend you put the window sides in first and then put the center in. That's my recommendation to you because you don't know how easy it's going to go in. All right, so I need to do again. Here we go again. I'm going to put a line from one pin to the other because I see how it's got this flat part that's going to be able to be glued. So I'm just going to put a line right there. Make sure I see the orange. Nice clean orange, because then I know I can do it. Okay, flip it around to the other side. I gotta put this thing on top. I'm gonna scratch up my paint. All right, so now all right, don't know who that was, don't care. I should actually have that thing on mute. But then I won't know if anybody asks me how to get in, so I leave it open. All right, again, guys, like, subscribe, hit that bell to follow and get all notifications. Like, subscribe, follow, get that bell so you get notifications on your announcements. Shout out to Plastic Addictions and the Model Asylum. Now, again, I'm gonna pull everything off. We're on number 8. I'm gonna pull everything off it shows that I need. Number 9 will probably be Thursday and Friday. I think tomorrow I want to do an unboxing of so don't miss out. Hit that bell. You guys will be notified when I do the unboxing of the Kenworth. All right, the cement mixer. This shows up. Let me get this folder up. I don't want to confuse you guys. That's not part. Okay, this is all of number 8. Right? Right. So we're all in number 8 here. Okay, so number 8 is putting all the windows and the engine compartment cover and the rear and tail light housings in. Okay, so this one does not show putting any glass in yet. So what I'm going to do real quick, because I just noticed something, so that it's setting, is that there are 2 lights here, and there might be supposed to be 4. How come there's only 2? Wait a minute, I'm doing something wrong here. 1, 2. Yeah, we are. We're missing 2 of the lights. 2 of the, and it just came out of the packaging. So there's only 2 out of the 4. Oh, wait, nope, I'm wrong. I forgot all about that. That's mine. And they're red, so I don't have to worry about painting them. Oh, my goodness, I forgot about these. Okay, anyways, here's your 4 tail light. So they go in these compartments here. I should have painted these compartments black, but I think it's going to look pretty cool just being red. So I'm going to try to pull these off. Again, a small screw. I don't have to worry about it. Then I can just take my little sander to it and just kind of smooth them off. Now, I'm also going to rough up around these corners on these edges, because I do realize that where it's going to go may not be the most stable place. So I'm going to kind of make the edges of it kind of rough so that the glue gets in there easily and puts it into place. So there's also on these, there's a little L shape. I don't know if you guys can see it. Okay, there. You guys see that better? Let's try this. Here, let's try. We'll do it underneath the hood. How about that? You guys see that little L shape? So I'm assuming, and it's showing actually, that we do the L shape towards the inside. So these go in here like so. The L shape would go to the inside bottom. Correct? Yeah, and that's what you got. That's what you're left with. The inside bottom, and that's what you're left with. I don't know if you can see it, but there's what you're left with. Okay, so I'm going to leave that like that because I kind of like that. With the red, it should stand right out. All right, so let's go ahead. It does not show me yet putting the lights on, so I don't understand why that is. And it doesn't show me to do the lights until the very end. Oh, I just realized why. Because there's also a silver cups. There's also silver cups for your brake lights. Now, when you put them brake lights in, my recommendation to you, when you put these reds in, to these silvers, number 1, scrape the silver inside and around where the lens is going to go. Number 2, I recommend you use a really bright red and coat the inside of the lens housing. And then let it dry, scrape a little bit, and put the lens in. That'll be probably Wednesday or Thursday or Friday on us. Okay, guys? All right. Again, like, follow, subscribe. Email address for this is plastikaddictionsanonymous@gmail.com. That's all one word, plastikaddictionsanonymous@gmail.com. All right, let's get some of these lights and lens stuff in, dude. So I got everything I need. I got 1. I got 2. I'm getting rid of more sprue. That means, you know what that means, right? When you start throwing away empty sprue, that means you're getting closer to the build. So the only thing I still have on sprue is not much. I have some black parts for the body. So when it's done, I put those on. And I have, I'm going to pop that out so I don't have much of a big one. There it goes off too. Okay, so now I have the license plate, which I'm just going to go ahead and pop off. Just because it's there. Okay, so there's the license plate. All that is garbage. I do have the interior mirror I do want to stick in. And that's part of this too. So I'm going to stick the interior in. There's the rear view mirror. Here's both sides of the lights. Get those screws off. I'm going to clean them up, clean this last one up real quick, and we'll be ready to install. Again, I break off the stuff from the sprues as I don't need it. So there's only that piece. So there's nothing left on this big old piece of sprue. But I do keep these big fat pieces because they are really strong and really good for other things. So I put them in my sprue box. I wish I could show you guys. When I'm able to go live on my phone, I'll show you guys a full. It's not much. I do it out of my living room, but I'll show you guys where I build, and I'll show you guys the computer. And this is where I do all my. I'm gonna start doing editing and stuff. I'm doing a bunch of videos. I'm trying to get comfortable doing videos before I do any editing in them. I figured out how. I've done a couple of trials, and I've got them here on my PC, but I haven't put them out yet. Okay, so again, these are pretty self-explaining. That's the rear window. That's the front window. So if you try to put it in the wrong side, you'll notice it doesn't fit. So the goes to the other side. All right, so I'm going to put a little, again, I'm going to put a little line of glue right here where my blue, I keep doing it again, guys, my color stuff. Right here where the orange is on both sides, because I'm going to do them all three. 1, 2, 3. Right on the red, orange, right on the orange. Nice light, nice straight line. All right, so I know this one is this side. I would recommend you just take it and put the first one in. Can you see what I'm doing? Okay, take it and put the first one into the, where it's going to go on the hook. There's a little hook down in there. Then you slide the second one into place. And I would recommend a little downforce pressure so that they both go right around the pins, and that one is set into place. Now, pushing this thing down, I use the end of this, or you can use the, be very careful if you're using metal because you can crack the window. But I use the plastic. If you put too much pressure on it, you can crack it no matter what you're using. So my personal recommendation to you guys, also watch for it to fall away from the edge of the, I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I'm moving the window back. Recommendation there, a little bit of pressure to make sure it's popped into its hole. Okay, it will pop right into its hole, which makes it even that much of a cleaner look and cleaner build. Look, Ma, no glue. All right, so that's a pretty nice looking little window there. These windows come with a chrome trim, if I'm not mistaken, on the real cars. I am not going to do that, guys. Also, there's a cute little chrome thing here. I'm probably going to change that to red. Anyways, okay, so let's go to the next window. Get off topic there. Our next video, our next live show, I will be doing the 2010 AMT Chevy Corvette. I'm just putting these windows in while I'm talking to you now, guys, because I already showed you how to do the one. Also, again, there again, pop it into place. I always forget to do that. I don't know why, it's one of my phobia things. I like these papers like this because they are good to like wrap around windows when you got to paint, or if you want to do like a tint on the edge and paint it, you can just wrap that up, put a piece of tape across it, and you're good to go. So I keep a lot of these things like this. My wife says I'm a model pack rat because I keep decals and I keep all kinds of stuff. But my wife doesn't build, so you guys are awesome. The ones that you have license that build, you guys got it made. You guys got best of both worlds. Best wife that buys your stuff and a wife that builds with you. I love my wife. I will never leave my never have a problem with my wife. We have been together 35 years. She knows me better than my own parents and my own doctor. Recommendation: never piss off your wife, especially if you're a builder. All right, so now, again, I already put some glue down there, but I see the two holes here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop a little bit of glue on a line there as well. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight, and I'm going to tee it off. I would tee it off just like that, just to give yourself a little more bite. All right, so you can see I'm going to go with the holes right down onto the pins. I'm going to put the front end down first so that I don't get any glue on it, and then I'm going to press my way down towards the back, and you heard that, right? Pop, pop. Now, again, press. You want these windows to pop into place like the side windows, which is what you just heard. And look, Mom, no glue. So, guys, just be careful where you put your glue, and you can come out with a really beautiful looking windows. All right. I do see that later on I'm going to have to do a little bit of window cleaning because I did get some dust and stuff on here while it was sitting. So that takes care of that. So we got that in. All right. So there's number 3, number 5, and number 4. Now also the interior tub. No, that's not it. It's got to be it. Number 86. That's the only one I got. Should be going. It shows. Yes, sir, it does. Here's my hood. That this is what I'm looking for, I'm hoping. Yeah, because it doesn't show anything else going in there. So this has got to be what they're talking about. It does. If you guys look at this picture, it does not look like what they're telling me to put in. Oh, you know what? It was just the way I was looking at it, by the way, guys. Just, again, there's my eyes. We're doing the engine compartment housing. That piece right there. That piece right there. We've already done these two, and this one. Then we're going to do these. And then this will be done. This number 8 will be done. And we'll have another live video in the books, guys. Love you guys. I appreciate you guys. You guys come in and hang with me anytime you want. I do live shows every morning, 10 a.m., Monday through Friday. Sometimes I pop in on the weekends. I can do live builds. We can chat. We can do question and answers. I'm just chatting and talking right now, trying to let this glue set up a little bit before I start moving stuff around. I don't want it to pop out. So this thing shows. Now there is a top side and a bottom side. The bottom side is not detailed as well. The top side, of course, is all detailed, as you can see. So this goes upside down. Now, it does appear that there is a lip that it sits on. So right in there, just like that's where it's going to sit. So now that I see that, I am literally going to, let me turn it over. First thing I want to see is when I turn it over, once it's into place, when I turn it over, do I see any of the top lip? No. Well, I do a bit. Okay, so I can't do the whole front there. So the only thing I can do, now if you fit it first, you'll see right along here, there's like a little black edge that comes down. Don't. I recommend you do not remove any of that paint. It will look like crap. You'll have to touch it up later. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to check to see where I can remove paint from, which appears to be a little bit in the front and a little bit in the back right here underneath by the firewall, right here, right up on top. So where I'm going to add glue is I'm going to trim. I'm going to put a little piece here. See that tip? I'm going to put a little bit of glue there, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this edge. These edges I am not going to mess with because I do not want them to show that I screwed something up with the paint. There is a little bit of a lip edge here, right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me try this again. What did I use last time? Oh, that's the hood. That ain't going to work. All right, let me move this boy off to here, and let me move these things over here, and I'll show you this way. I will make a mat next time the way you guys can see a better one. Oh, you know what? Oh, look at that. All right, so looking at this piece, right on this edge, you'll see there's a little lip right there. That is where I'm going to do my paint removal. Only on that little V shape right there, and only on the back part here. So let me show you. All I'm going to do is take my knife. I'm going to do one partial line right here. I'm going to follow it, and I'm going to see the yellow orange. There is a lip there, so you can follow it fairly easy. There's the orange coming out there. I want to make the orange come out on just that lip, because that is where the glue points are. So now, I haven't done any damage to that lip. Good. All right, so now we're going to do this one. I shake a lot, and sometimes I can't stay on the ledge, so to speak. I want to jump off a lot. So, okay, so we're going to follow it around. I can't do this while you guys are facing you, so I have to do it while it's facing me, and then I'll show you. So I just keep going. Oh, see, there it is. See? Damn it. Dag nabbit. I don't have to touch that up. I got touch-up paint ready. All right, so there. All right. I got all the paint off that I needed to get off. All the way around, and I kind of scratched the top piece anyways. Okay, so I just got that piece. Now, same thing here. I'm just going to do the top piece. Okay, so there, like that, because I don't want all this paint to go soft and squish everywhere when I put this in, and then make my engine compartment look like crap. So you remove the paint to give it good adherence, but you also remove the paint so it's a nice, clean cut line when you put it in. And if not, it's easy for you to see that. Okay, so again, as you can see, I only did the top edge and the back edge, okay? So now when I put this in, again, test fit before I do it. Like now when I put this in, I shouldn't see the orange that I just dug up, but I have glue points. Okay, no orange. Okay, so follow. It does not show you where to put glue on any of these instructions, guys. It does not show you anywhere to put glue on these. You have to make that decision yourself. Which sometimes it's kind of hard to discern where you're supposed to put it. It really is, I admit. But that's what makes a model fun, because you got to figure out things. Each model is different. Each model will show you something different. Each model will be built different. I mean, unless you buy the same identical kit, each model is made differently. Now, that being said, I have to contradict myself a little bit. The Revell, KWs, and Peterbilts, if you buy them in the 125 kits, a lot of them are identical when you open the box. My 2 KW Revels are identical. When I opened them boxes and opened the instructions, it was identical, just a different paint scheme and maybe a couple extra added parts. Oh, I forgot to do the little lip around. Also, I'm going to do a little bit of around the thing, but I'm not going to do as much. I'm only going to do a little bit. Because again, I don't want to screw the inside of the cover. So I'm just going to kind of like scratch just at the point, just a little bit at the point where I know it sits. Get a little bit of that paint off of there too. Doesn't have to go all the way around. I mean, I guess you can if it lets you. Okay, so it let me. So I'm going to get some of that paint off too. So yeah, I don't want to do that. That's going to mess up my interior, my edge of my interior. All right. So, and I'm only going to do just a touch here. I really don't want it to show out there. All right. So I've removed a little bit of paint in here, and I removed a little bit of paint down here. Okay. So I'm going to take my brush and clean it up. Make sure I don't leave any excess paint. Now this glue should be set up enough now for me to set it into place and be done with this piece. All right. So I'm going upside down with it, making sure that the glue areas are forward, up, and set it into place. You will be able to set it down into place and feel how it sets. It sets right into place, perfectly right around the lip. Now again, I saw my little bit of glue here that came out, so I'm going to use my finger now while I can, and that looks like the spot. Oh, the glue actually mixed with the paint, and it's not too bad. All right, got a little bit of pink glue here there. All right, so now we have the top side of the engine compartment, which really kills me that they really do this, because they put big old pieces of plastic on top of your engines now to make it look more pretty, so to speak, and attach all kinds of crap to it. Why? That makes no sense to me. It really doesn't. It just gives more weight to the car. It just gives, I mean, if it's plastic, it's not much weight, but it does give, you know, more of a chance of something breaking that plastic, and then you have to take everything off and then replace the plastic. So, all right, last but not least, I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm just going to put a little bit dab of glue exactly where it's going to go. I am doing now the light housing, brake light housing. Sure you guys are able to see this while I'm doing it, right? Okay, see I put a little glue on the housing. Okay, I've got the housings here. I am not going to put any glue on the housings themselves, or on the parts themselves. I've already cleaned everything up. Nope. A little bit, just a little bit. I'm going to rough this one up too. It doesn't look like I roughed this one up. I know I roughed the other one up. So I'm going to rough up the ends, just so where I put the glue, it sticks. Okay, just rough it up just to get the shine off of it, because that's not going to help it stick in. All right, so also the little L's, remember, the little L's go into the inside. So when it's upside down, it shows on the instructions, when it's upside down, that the tabs are at the top. So we put that in, and we drop it into place, trying not to make the glue get all over the black. See? And the orange. Okay, so that looks pretty good like that. Like I said, once we put the housings and stuff in, you're not going to see this anyway. But that gives me a good glue point for the housings and stuff. All right? All right, so now we know we got the second one already prepped, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And then we're going to stick the windshield, or I'm sorry, the rear view mirror in the interior. So now we got those. I'm going to give it a little bit of pressure without doing too much to where it breaks it. Just going to put a little pressure just to kind of squeeze everything in there. And there you go. There you have your, really, I could fill those holes in and paint those puppies, or put little LED lights in them, and then put just the lens on. That would look amazing. All right. That's another video. All right. So now we've done everything on this instructions it's told us to do. Number 8, we've done the engine cover. We've done the front window and back window, both side windows, and the excuse me, and the brake light housings. Okay, so we're done with number 8. So we're going to move right along to number 9. Number 9 is starting to put all the other stuff on the body. So we're staying with the body while everything else is gluing. So this is number 9. This is where we're working at now. So can I do that? All right, let me get all my parts, and then I can do that. All right, so I know I'm going to need the front end, and they're little tiny sprue pieces, so I know they're going to be easy to pop off. So again, I don't have to use my X-Acto knife on them. I can just twist them a little bit. All right, so now that that's done, that is the only piece of sprue other than this that I have left, which this only has, here, look, I'll show you. I can take all this off. Ooh, I like that big silver piece. So I cut it like that, and I take this big old silver piece and I put it in my sprue. This can be used as all kinds of things. This can be used as a boom on the back of a truck. It can be used as part of a roll cage on a car or a truck. As you can see, it would work really good as a roll cage. All right, so sprue is a good thing to keep around. I mean, I keep way too much. That's my first part. I keep way too much sprue. I really do. I'm probably never going to use it. But come on, who can throw pieces of sprue away that are that long and not think of something to use them with? Man, that is such a good piece of sprue. All right, so now I've only got the 4 wheel things, which I was always supposed to put on rear wheel things, and the 4 rotors. So I can cut right here. and right here, and back over here. That's what I would do. So now I don't have that much to move around and have that much space taken up. So now I would check each and every one of these tips. There's nothing on them, just so you know. Okay? So you can see there's nothing on them. Now, this is a nice straight piece. I'm going to pop that off. Because that's a nice long straight piece. All right, so now I can throw that away. My little trusty garbage can down here. This is the chrome, and there's a lot of stuff going on here now with the chrome. Another reason I chose the black as opposed to another color is I think the chrome is going to look amazing all around that build. All right, so we got those two things out. Hang on, I'll turn the instructions around. So let me move this out of the way, and I'm going to put it on my blue block, and I'm going to put a light on it so you guys can see it, hopefully. Is that too much light, guys? How about that? Is that better? All right, so let me get a little closer so you guys can see what we're doing. Okay, so this is the one. This is what we've done so far. All right, there we go. So we got that where you guys can see it. You know what? I'm going to change it around, guys. Hang on. I'm going to use this as my builder, and this is my display. How about that? That shows a little bit better. All right, so I'm going to put that up, rear end up a little bit too. We're going to put the wheels over here. Again, front end of the steers. Be careful with the pins. Okay, so there's the 4 wheels. So you know that we're done with those. We have the engine cover here, the hood. A little bit scratched up. Maybe I'll take it out and sand it down a little bit and paint it up a little bit. All right, so this is the stuff that's done. This is what we have left over to do. Okay, guys? This is what we have left over to do. So right now I'm doing these, and it shows me to bring a lot of stuff out, man. Okay, so now it's showing me that I'm going to need these, all of these, except for the rear end ones. The rear end ones are red, so I'm going to need all of these. I'm going to need the mirrors, which are here. I'm going to need the floods, which are here and here. Or is that exhaust? That looks like exhaust. That could be the exhaust rear end. These are the brake light housings. I'm not going to need those. So you know what I'm going to do to get them out of the way, because that's not even on this one. I'm going to go ahead and cut the sprue and get those out of here, if I can, without doing any damage. And I can. There. There. And there. Okay, cool. All right, so now I can pop this off. Get it out of my way so it doesn't get confusing. There's nothing on there. Nope, nothing on there. All right. Now, here we go. Lean this forward a little bit. Get my little cutting tool, little X-Acto. Let's cut the mirrors off. I'm cutting the mirrors off because I don't want any sprue left on it. There's a pin that sticks out, so prevent anybody from putting anything heavy on these and breaking these mirrors. So we get the mirrors out. Oop, that one popped away a little bit. All right, so there's the mirrors. Let's see. We got all the lenses, so I got to stop looking at that. The next step, number 10, is the rear end, which I said we're going to do probably on Thursday. Let's see. It says we put the hood in. It also shows this cross member that I have. What did I do with the cross member? I have to find it. Oh, I know what I did with it. I put it in my trailer bucket yesterday. Hang on, I'll be right back over there, guys. I'm coming back down here. All right. Excuse my black socks too. All right, so the piece that I'm trying to put in right now is in here. I will grab it real quick. If not in here, it's in the box, which I don't think it is. I don't think it's in here, guys. It's not in here. All right. Oop, there we go. Okay, these are the tools and the rest of the stuff that I still have to do on the Revell auto transport trailer. So that'll be also on by the week. We're going to be doing some more of that. There's my toolbox lid that I made. So hang in there, guys, for a second. Let me find this chrome piece that I know I don't want to. Oh, I know what I think. I think I know what I did with it. I think I threw it right up in here. Yep. Right. Threw it right up in here. And no, it's not in there either. Well, now that's a flip-pop bummer. Let me check the box. It should not be in the box, but it might be. It does not feel like it's in the box at all. It is not in the box. All right, we got a missing part that I took off the other day, but that's okay. I'll find it. It's not something that's going to stop me from doing it. It's just a chrome piece that goes across. It's the only fit this car, so I know once I see it, I'll grab it. Anyways, okay, so that piece I don't have for right now. There are several things that go in here that I don't see. Okay, so there's one of them. That's one. Okay, there's that. And there's that one. Okay, there's that one and that one. There's that. I've already got the mirrors. And it's showing me that there's 2 front end ones as well as the 4. So there's the 4 for the rear end. And there's the 2 for the front end here. Okay, for the headlights. All right, so we're going to pop those off. Those are real simple, small little pieces of screw. And they also show that I'm supposed to be doing the windshield wipers, which are a real pain in the butt not to break. So hang in there, guys. Do it nice and slow and easy. Again, cut away down and towards you to prevent any breakage. Down and towards you. Down and slowly come towards you till it pops itself off. There. Okay, so now that's going to be an easy trim up. Okay, so there's the wiper blades. Let's make sure we got everything. There is the two front snaps. There's the two front headlights. There's the two mirrors. There's the gas cap. There's the front grille. There's the front grating in the grille. There's all the lights. Let's see. And I think that's all the parts. So now I can brace this up so you guys can see it. How about that? There you go. There's what we're working on right there, guys. Right now I'm just gonna move the body aside a little bit. Give you guys kind of a look at what it's gonna look like. It's gonna look pretty nice. I really want to put the body on that. It does not show until after everything's on, but there's nothing left. Everything goes on the body. So you know what I'm gonna go ahead and do? I'm gonna go ahead and put the body on. I'm gonna jump all the way up here to number 11, even though we haven't done 10, which is around stuff. I'd rather do all these small little parts and stuff after it's all set up, because then when you're not moving it around, you're going to hit stuff and pop stuff, and it's going to fall off. So I'm going to step up to number 11 and put the wheels and the thing on. For our next video, I'll be ready to go, and then we'll be able to do 12 fairly easy, and that's it. The kit is basically done. There's 12 instructions in this kit, and you guys have followed me along through this whole build. So I hope you've enjoyed these videos, and if you have, please like it. Give us a follow, share. Do me a favor, hit that bell if you want to see that unboxing and any future unboxings. I got a lot of unboxings to do still. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Love to all, peace. Go visit Plastic Addictions Anonymous on Facebook or the Model Asylum on Facebook. I appreciate each and every one of you coming out and watching my videos, even if you're not here with live. You guys go check them out. Check out the videos. I've made a lot of videos for you guys to go check out. Some are better than others. I still got to put the rearview mirror into this. I forgot about that piece. So I'll do that. I'll do all that stuff when you guys are gone. When you guys come back, we'll be doing the finished up. We'll be doing a finish up build on the Sopwith F1 Camel. I will be doing that as the next one. As you see, I've got it basically prepped and browned. I got to add a little bit of green tint to it to make it look almost like a moldy color. So I'll be doing that while I'm off camera too. Then we'll be putting the decals on and doing all the touch-up paints. After that, we'll put that back over. After that, we're going to start and finish the Corvette. AMT's 2010 Chevy Corvette convertible. The only thing I don't like about this kit is there is no roof whatsoever sent with this kit. Again, it's a level 2. It's a nice kit. Should build very nicely and very cleanly. Oops, that's upside down. Sorry, guys. All right, so there's your back. There's everything that's in the box right there. We've already done an unboxing. We've already started building this. You guys can PM me at any time. I am on Facebook 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I am on my Messenger 24/7. If I do not answer you right away, hey, I got busy and doing something, or I'm building and got my fingers in glue or something. Anyways, peace out, guys. Everybody, love to you. This is Joe Hudson from sunny South Florida. Kind of a dreary day today, but usually it's sunny South Florida. Shout out to my admins, Paul Lovelace, Joe Fritz, Samuel Stokes, and Chris Bryan. Guys are great. I appreciate it. This kit was donated by Donald. Donald, I appreciate the donation to the channel as well. If you wanted to donate any kits to the channel, please PM me or email me, plasticaddictionsanonymous@gmail.com. That's this channel's email. Also, I have a private email for here, Joe Hudson, PAA 2021. That is Joe Hudson, PAA 2021@gmail.com. Again, that's all one word, Joe Hudson, PAA at 2021. Like, subscribe, follow, hit that bell if you guys want to see the future videos and want notifications of them. I appreciate you. Excuse me, my throat's getting a little sore from talking. Part of my injury. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for visiting. I appreciate y'all, all of you. I had somebody ask me about the Ozzy Osbourne tattoo. That was done well before I got married, before I ever met my wife. That was 40 years ago. I was probably 15, 16 years old. And we were going to an Ozzy Osbourne concert at the Hollywood Sportatorium. And I ain't going to go into details, but anyways, I ended up getting a Ozzy tattoo. All right. Love, peace to everybody. Thanks for coming and checking us out. Again, awesome job. If you guys are following and doing this kit, these windows came out awesome. The paint job came out awesome. We did the interior hull of the engine compartment. We did the tail lights housings. We did the engine installation, radiator installation, interior installation, and I had to reattach the pipes. But everything is connected in. Everything is all glued up. Now, also, I did not realize until I started building it that this front end steers. If you don't want it to steer, there's a mechanism right here. You can glue up underneath this, but I chose not to. I want it to steer. I'll probably put the wheels on and the body on, and the next time we come out, we'll be doing all the fancy chrome stuff on the outside of the body. All right, peace out, guys. Love y'all. Thanks for checking out my videos. Y'all subscribe, follow, like, share, hit that bell. Make sure you get the notifications. I will be back on tomorrow or maybe even late tonight, depending on how things go. All right. Thanks again for coming and checking out my vids. Bye, y'all.